A pleasure to meet all at last. And now, since we are at it with regular HJN programming, after all of those elements that I had talked about, we might as well just get down to business here. I have spent some time over the last few weeks gathering whatever I possibly could, whether it be from requests from the subscribers or from anything else I could possibly have conjured up, in order to continue on with the regular interval that we have going on with HJN as we usually do. So for number 2890, this is where I'm going to be bringing up something known as investigations. Alright, so to some extent we can say, first of all, that investigations typically relay onto a certain criminal activity or, in the case of an accident. They are in fact the given process, usually accompanied by legal officials such as local law enforcement, lawyers, detectives, etc., sometimes even representatives of a certain organization or party that may have or may have not been involved in said conspiracy. And whether it be because of something that happened from a collision on the road to a massive transportation disaster that unfolded to possibly a sabotage plot, there could be a lot of people involved in this whole phenomenon, in which that if the media gets it out, then there's sure to be a lot of attention. Not just talking about from civilians, but from government officials and anything else. Investigations have, by all extents, been helpful as it means to figure out what exactly went wrong with certain things in life. As said before, there are plenty of reasons why investigations will happen, usually in correlation to something negative that went down. As simple as it could be from a traffic accident, like a rear end or T-bone, to, let's say, if a plane wreck were to occur. Anything of the sorts can in fact allow for a number of people to try to figure out what went wrong. There's always a cause and there's always an effect that unravels leading up to an entire catastrophe. Even more so, most might not realize the bitter extent of the damage that has been caused until the information is revealed. Essentially, the solving of the riddle, as it may be, through which that investigations will always conclude, typically with the closing of the book, that the case has at least one person responsible, sometimes more so than that. But at the end of the day, most of us can at least agree, investigations are a unique piece of exploration that many take on. It's a trek that can help determine what lives can be saved, preventing those from becoming lost. On top of all that, identifying whomever is there, whomever was responsible for the mess to begin with. And that's basically how we end things off, with an arrest, prosecution, and hopefully an execution. End of story. And that's pretty much how we close cases, in all ways. So in any case though, I'd say that this was something worth talking about on HJN, but if you can't already tell by now, we still got a little ways to go here. And HJN Season 5, I do plan on making a pretty big season, just by all accounts. But I will say, it's certainly not the biggest one that we've gotten. 3, of course, was the largest so far. And I do hope that we get up to a similar level we did, maybe match up with Season 1 if we can. But until then, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me wherever you can find me, and stay on the Hollywood side for more.